Okay people, so we got some news to talk about today. For starters, we have a Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinite Train movie update. Now, I know there's a lot of people watching this video right now that are like, yo, I cannot wait to see that film. So we got a little bit of updates on that this time. Thankfully, it's not just an update on, hey, Demon Slayer broke another record, which I'm always cool with that and I like reporting on it, but it's nice to get a little update on something coming in the future, because ever since the manga ended, it feels like, oh man, when am I gonna get my next fix of Demon Slayer? So we got something to talk about there. We also have a pretty awesome teaser trailer for the upcoming Boruto Kara Arc. Now, y'all know the Boruto anime has returned as of the recording of this video just yesterday. We got the first episode of the return. It was a Mitsuki-centric episode with 155, July 19th. So basically, we got one more filler episode, and then the Kara Arc begins, and we got a little bit of a teaser trailer we're going to talk about as well. Then we also have a bit of a bummer when it comes to some news regarding some One Piece related stuff. It seems as though everything that's been going on in the world is more than likely affecting certain aspects, and it seems as though we're going to be losing something very pivotal to One Piece and One Piece fandom, and I'm a bit bummed about it, and we're going to talk about that as well. And then lastly, there was a convention over the weekend, a digital convention for Funimation, and they had an update on a title that they're bringing over to their platform, and I thought it was kind of interesting and worthy of talking about. So yeah, without further ado, let's talk some anime and manga news. The ForneverWorld A&M, Fornever News, whatever. Let's do it.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be though.
Okay, so Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. I can't freaking wait for this film. The Infinite Train film, I know that it's going to be incredible. Like, I would be very, very disappointed if it's anything other than immaculate based on, I read the source material, of course, from the manga. I know Studio Ufotable. We've all seen what Studio Ufotable did with season 1 of the anime and what they're capable of in general. It's not just a fluke. I mean, look at Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel, whatever you want to call it. Ufotable has done incredible jobs on these anime, so there's no doubt in my mind that this movie is going to be an amazing film. We'll just leave it at that, right? But we got an announcement that seemingly, depending on the state of the world when this movie is supposed to drop, we're going to be getting it in North America, and that is so freaking great. I would love for if everything starts to somewhat, you know, change and we're allowed to go and do certain things, because, you know, what's been going on in the world right now is put at bay. We're going to be getting the Demon Slayer film in theaters, which I'm not sure how that's even going to work, because I know a lot of, I think AMC theaters are closing down, they're going bankrupt and shit, so I don't know what theaters are going to be hosting it. And again, assuming that everything is at that particular point, like, because the film's supposed to come out in October in Japan, and I'm imagining they would have probably put it out in November for us, because they usually do it like a month out for North America. But yeah, let's quickly read the press release. Demon Slayer Mugen Train anime film is coming to North America. Funimation teams up with Aniplex of America to bring the movie over. Good news, Demon Slayer fans. During its Funimation Con panel this morning, Funimation announced plans to team up with Aniplex of America to bring the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie Mugen Train anime film to theaters in the United States and Canada. Right now, there really aren't any specifics to go on, but the film will come to North American theaters when it's safe to do so. While we wait for more info, there's a key visual which we've already seen a while ago, and it was due when we last checked on October 16th for release in Japan. But again, with everything going on, who knows when we'll get it, to be honest with you, because if everything is in order. I mean, personally, I would love if they did some sort of service, whether it be one of these platforms, even if it's YouTube or whatever, to put it out on some sort of like, hey, you know, you pay $4.99 and you get to watch the film $5.99 or whatever, if by the time this film comes out, there's no, like, you know, way to watch it in theaters or whatever. Like, I would love that. Like, it would really suck if, with everything going on, because, you know, theaters, whether it be that they're getting closed down for good, or they're still not opening and we're not allowed to go to theaters and shit like that, hey, how about you just put it on? And I think that that's going to be the future, like, of movies anyway in general. Like, I don't see theaters being around 20-30 years from now, just being real, and that's me stretching it. It might not even be around 10 years from now. Put it on demand and let us pay for it, pay a fee or whatnot, and be able to watch it. I'd love to watch a Demon Slayer film and have a blast, you know, especially this one that from Ufotable, baby. Like, oh, hopefully they'll do something like that, but I'm imagining they're probably going to hold on to it as long as possible so that they could do a theatrical release. That's just my thoughts. Next up, we have a teaser trailer for the Boruto Kara Arc, and boy am I excited. Like, some of the visuals, you see Konohamaru, I believe you see Sasuke, but then you get to see the Kara group themselves having a meeting. And honestly, you know, I remember when I read it in the manga, and you know, seeing it now coming to the visuals of the anime, it straight up reminds me a lot of the Akatsuki. Like, you know, their little meeting, how they used to do when Pain would set everything up and you'd have all the members of the Akatsuki talking and whatnot. That's what it definitely feels like when you see this trailer with the Kara group. But July 19th, man, July 19th can't come fast enough, because I know there's a lot of people that are going to be, which expectations are going to be kind of high, to be honest with you, because this is the part where so many manga fans have been saying for a long time to anime only fans or people that haven't checked out Boruto in general, when Kara starts, that's when Boruto is really going to take off. So I'm sure that we're going to be a little bit even nervous, to say the least, of like, yo, if they fumble this, it's all over. We're going to look really, really silly, because we've been saying for the longest time that as soon as Kara comes to the anime, that's when everything is going to be golden. And if Studio Period fumbles the ball and messes it up, then there's no hope. Like, legitimately speaking, like real serious, if Kara is done wrong, if they do a messed up job of the Kara arc for the anime, this is where, okay, there's no saving Boruto's anime at this point. Like, this is the last saving grace that could change the narrative and change everybody's thoughts on Boruto. A lot of people will probably get into Boruto starting with episode 157 if it turns out that Kara is well received and people are excited, and Studio Period did a good job. And this trailer, it looks good, looks promising. I wish they would have shown Kawaki, to be honest with you, because, you know, that's a big part. Like, holy shit, you know, the foreshadowing in the first episode was 157 episodes ago, 156, whatever, and still no Kawaki. I would have loved to see even a little bit of a teaser, but I know that's going to be a big deal in the reveal. I have no doubt in my mind that at the very least, certain portions they're going to animate beautifully. It's just the way they do the story. Like, if they put a lot of, because we know that Deepa, however you pronounce them, and Victor are going to be more pivotal parts, especially Deepa's anime original, but Victor, he was killed off fairly early. They're changing things around, so I'm a little bit skeptical, but I'm very hopeful that they're going to pull it off, and Kara is going to bring the Boruto anime's name from the ashes of the ground and make it, you know, solidified as Boruto's anime is good too. We just gotta wait and see though. Trailer looking dope. Next up, some pretty bumming news. Now, I've heard about this place for a long time, and I've wanted to go there so bad. Like, one of my stops, whenever I went to Japan finally, I was like, yo, the day I go to Japan, I'm stopping at the One Piece theme park. I'm stopping there. I have to see it. I've seen so many, you know, YouTubers, influencers, and everybody go there, take pictures, take video, and I'm like, one day I'm going. And it seems as though my dreams is coming to a crashing halt, because the One Piece theme park seemingly is going to be closing down. I'm suspecting that it's due to everything that's been going on, and probably ticket sales and people going in general has been going down. And of course they, I think, even had to close down at certain points because of everything going on. Let's read the press release, but I'm not gonna lie, this actually is a dream killer for somebody like me, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that can agree. Like, you were like, one day I'm going to Japan, one day I'm going to the One Piece theme park, and yeah, now that's possibly not going to ever happen. Tokyo One Piece Tower theme park to be closed down on July 31st. One Piece live attractions final 2 shows will be live streamed. The official website for Tokyo One Piece Tower announced today that it will be closed down on July 31st, 2020. The world's first permanent indoor theme park dedicated to the One Piece franchise opened on March 13th, 2015. Like many other entertainment facilities, the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak has had a severe impact on its management. Message of the park's website. Thank you for supporting Tokyo One Piece Tower. The Tokyo One Piece Tower, which opened on March 13, 2015, will close down its 5-year history on Friday, July 31st. After the state of emergency was lifted and various measures were taken to prevent the spread along with the Tokyo roadmap, we have carefully discussed and examined it before resuming business. We have determined that it will be difficult to continue providing services that will satisfy all of you with the same quality as before, as well as the location of indoor facilities and with the same quality. In addition, in order to enjoy the Tongari Island Tokyo One Piece Tower for the last memory, we will take appropriate measures in accordance with the guideline for preventing the spread of infection in amusement parks and theme parks. We are planning to reopen the park with free and the limited number of people for the admission. And as the final gift from the park, the final 2 shows of the latest live character show, One Piece Live Attraction Marionette, will be live streamed on YouTube worldwide. So it seems as though they're going to do 2 final shows, and yeah, July 31st it's going to be closed down. I don't know if they're going to be reopening at some given point, or if they were already, like, you know, amassed a certain amount of debt and they just can't get beyond it or something like that. But boy, if I never get to go to the One Piece Tower, which obviously now I'm not going to be able, and if they don't ever reopen again after July 31st, probably never going to be able to go to the One Piece live place, event, whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I'm bummed as shit about it. I am bummed. I wanted to go to the One Piece theme park and have a great time and take pictures, and seems as though that's not gonna happen, and that really sucks. And it shows that, you know, more of the impact of everything that's going on in the world and a lot of our entertainment things is going away. You never really realized how many things, like, you think like, oh, it's just the average Joe that is going to be impacted, and that the average Joe, or there's a lot of average Joes that are just like going week to week with their checks and shit like that. Apparently there's big ass corporations and big ass events and theme parks and everything that were seemingly going check to check as well, because like a couple of months of closing down, if that, shouldn't be, you know, a death blow to a big corporation or a big entertainment place like this. But yeah, really sucks, and I wouldn't be surprised if, because there's like a Naruto one as well, if that one bites the big one as well. Like, oh man, so disappointing and very shitty news. Us One Piece fans definitely take a major loss with that. And lastly, so again, over the weekend there was the Funimation Con where they were announcing certain things, and apparently, for whatever reason, Funimation announced that the Naruto anime, the original 220 episode anime, is going to be coming to their streaming service, which, it's interesting. I feel as though to a certain degree it's like, whoa, that's way too late, because there's like 10 million platforms, not 10 million platforms, but there's a lot of places to watch the original Naruto. Like Crunchyroll has had it for the last like 15 years. You know, I think Netflix has it if I'm not mistaken. Like, there's so many ways to watch the original Naruto, including if you bought the box sets back in the day, and I'm sure they're going to at some given point probably even re-release it on Blu-ray and do all sorts of shit. So I don't see it as like the biggest deal in the world, but I always thought back in the day that if Funimation were to have gotten their hands on Naruto, they would have been like, they would have had, especially back before like all these popular series came about in the last, like, you know, 5 or 7 years or whatever, like if they would have had Dragon Ball and Naruto, they would have had a monopoly on like the really biggest ones in North America, because it was always like Funimation had Dragon Ball, Viz had Naruto, Bleach, and then eventually Funimation got One Piece, but you know, One Piece in the States never really took off. But yeah, Funimation finally got their hands on Naruto, which I'm sure they wanted for a very long time, because two of the most popular anime, especially for the longest time in the United States and in North America, was Dragon Ball and Naruto, and they finally got their hands. But I ain't gonna lie, I feel as though it's like, okay, like I could go watch it on Netflix, I could go watch it on Crunchyroll, I could go watch it on my box sets, like, don't really need you. But yeah, curious what you guys think about all of this. For starters, are you going to be checking out the Demon Slayer film in theaters whenever we do get a release date, now that it's confirmed that they are going to be bringing it to North America? I'm really hoping, because again, if it debuts in October and everything is settled in the world and we're able to go back to the movies in October, then I'm imagining November. That would be a great holiday treat, you know what I'm saying, around Thanksgiving. Like, I'll be very thankful to be able to experience the Infinite Train film in theaters. Are you gonna go check that out? Also, what do you think about the One Piece theme park being closed down? Are you disappointed? Did it crash your dreams like it did mine of one day being able to go to the One Piece theme park and have a blast? Also, are you hyped for that Boruto Kara Arc to start? Again, I believe July 19th, episode 157, it all kicks off and begins, and that trailer alone is like, yeah baby, Kara's incoming. The new age Akatsuki of the Naruto verse is here, and it is about to get real. And overall thoughts on all the topics we covered in today's news video. Yeah, it was a pretty packed house, but that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace.